Hello, this is Adam with DreamMade Productions. This video is made possible by the very kind donations of viewers like you. Thank you. If you are in a position to help this channel improve quality and grow, please visit my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below. Hello! So I thought I would show off some more toys today, in this case video games, and from what you're seeing on screen, I'm sure you can probably guess, this is all about the Super Nintendo. This is my Super Nintendo here. I can still remember the day I got this for Christmas. I was very, very excited to come down and rip this out of the box and play it. Up till that point, I had had the Nintendo Entertainment System. This was bought for me from my dad and my stepmom, along with a color television. Up until I got this, I had an old black and white, and they got me a color TV, which is long gone by now. Some people have asked me over the years, what's my favorite video game system? If I was trapped on a desert island with nothing but time on my hands, there are two that I would kick back and forth to be my favorite, the one system I would take with me, and this is one of the two. It is so close to say which one would be the one, but this is definitely, if it is not number one, it is number two, and number one and two are very close. I go back and forth whether the Super Nintendo or the other one that we'll take a look at eventually are the ones that I would say is the greatest video game system of all time. But if this is not number one, this is definitely number two. And it could very easily be number one. It is just an amazing system with tons of great games on it. It's a top loader. One of my big gripes with the NES was how hard it was to get the system to work and get the games in there. Nintendo completely solved that problem. This thing still works just as good today. What can I say? It's a great system. I don't have the box for it anymore. I don't really have any of the paperwork for it anymore. I do have this Super Power Club where they're wanting you to sign up for Nintendo Power. Not really sure where this came from, but it was on the shelf with my Super Nintendo. So I just thought I would show this off real quick. Cross-sell for Nintendo Power. Player's Guide. I never had Nintendo Power. For a while, when I would get good grades, my dad would get me a few issues of GamePro magazine. Yeah, the Super Nintendo, man. And one of the things I have to point out is the step up from this. I still remember the first time I saw this, the new 16-bit systems in a Kmart, going from Nintendo graphics to Super Nintendo graphics, and going from this controller, the Nintendo controller. This is a replacement controller. This is much later, with its two buttons, start, select, and D-pad. Going from Atari and ColecoVision to this was a huge step up, and going from this to the Super Nintendo controller changed the world. I mean, to go from essentially two buttons with two more for other things to go to 6 buttons and 2 kind of mode buttons and then the D-pad, I mean, it just unlocked a different world. This is still in the running for one of my favorite video game controllers. I can still say the DualShock controller for Sony is a slightly better controller, especially for 3D games, but for what it was, this is just one of the best controllers in history, and I love it. Let's take a look at some of the stuff I've got. I thought first thing I would do is start off with some things that I've got that I don't have the games for anymore. Star Trek Starfleet Academy. The instruction book for this. This is a game I had. I loaned it out as a kid and it never came back. So a little sad about that, but whatever. I remember playing this for hours and hours. It used the FX chip, so it looked somewhat like Star Fox, and it was a game where you went through the different years of Starfleet Academy. You would go and there would be lectures, which would be kind of just instructions on how to play the game and ideas on how to beat missions and stuff. You would be graded on your performance in the missions that you would get. The briefing room would of course explain the mission and stuff, and then you would go in and fly. You would make kind of friends as you went and get hints. You would command the different starships and stuff, which was really just flying around. You would sit in the bridge. Oh, there we go. Here's some good shots of the different bridges that you could command. You could, in the simulator where you weren't doing specific missions, you could be the Klingons and the Romulans. That was really cool. There was 2-player there, yep, where you could fly around and shoot each other. Different stations. This was kind of a pared down version of the Starfleet Academy game for PC. There was, I believe, one for 32X. I don't have that, but I played the crap out of this game. What can I say? It was an awesome game. Yep. Here were your friends that you would make and your bridge crew. It was so awesome. There were several cheats in the game too, like if you put in your name as Jim Kirk, then you got a special final mission, and of course the final mission was the Kobayashi Maru, which I tried over and over and over to win. It's kind of like Kirk with that. I just couldn't accept that there was no way to win 3 Klingon battle cruisers on your 1 Constitution class starship. I found kind of a cheat, and I ended up destroying all 3 battle cruisers, and 3 more spawn. It just will not let you win. Next up, I have the box to Jungle Strike. Got this, as you can see, from Blockbuster Video for 99 cents, baby. Follow up to Desert Strike. I don't know what happened to the game with this. It's disappeared at some point. But I still have the box, and that's cool. Yeah, from the times I worked at Blockbuster Video, man. Yep, you can see here where they put it out in 1999. $4.6.99, and I don't know what it was eventually, but when they marked it down to $1, I bought it. Next up, I have Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is a game my dad got me. Little bit of a story behind this. I wanted Castlevania, and Dad asked me what that was about, and it was about fighting Dracula, and he remembered the word Dracula, so he bought Bram Stoker's Dracula. And you know what? When you're a kid, you just play what you got. This was somewhat early when I had the Super Nintendo, and I played this a lot. This game sucks. Go watch AVGN's review of it. Yeah, this game sucks. I played this a lot. I think, beat this game once or twice, but so much of it is just sort of like fight the boss and hope for the best and wander around trying to find stuff, and not in the good way. Yeah, the only thing good about this game, I guess, is that you know, there were some freeze frames from the movies, and it works. Yeah, this is not a very good game. I'm sad that the cartridge disappeared at some point, but yeah, whatever. I'm happy I have the box anyway. This will go on display. Next up, I have a game that my dad got me that I was not sad that he got me. This is Super Ghouls and Ghosts, from Ghosts and Goblins, and Ghouls and Ghosts, I believe, for Sega Genesis. Yeah, this is a game he got me, and this was a game I played the crap out of. Good Capcom game. I can say one of the highest honors I've had is I can say I beat this game. As in, I sat down as a kid, and after hours and hours and hours and days and days and days of playing this game, eventually I got one time, at least one time, maybe twice, but I can certainly say one time, I managed to get all the way through this game and then all the way through the second quest and beat the final boss with the shitty bracelet weapon. Yeah, I managed to beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts. One of my highest brags as a kid and one of my proudest moments as a gamer. I never claimed to be the greatest gamer in the world. I like hard games. I've beaten some hard games, but this is probably the hardest game I've ever beaten. I highly recommend Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Maybe not to beat it unless you have it on an emulator and you can do save states, because this is a hard son of a bitch, man. This is a hard game. It is not as hard as Ghosts and Goblins for NES, but it is still a hard game. But it is a fun game. Whenever I played it, you know, there are a few times where you're like, oh bullshit, where an enemy spawned, but for the most part, it felt like I died because I screwed up. Oh, cross-sell. Final Fight in UN Squadron. Yeah, it is a classic hard game, which is just a lot of fun. Go pick it up and play it if you can. I don't remember it being a too terribly expensive game on the secondhand market, but it is a great game. Next up is my copy of Super Mario World. Obviously, this came with the Super Nintendo. What can I say? Super Mario Bros. 3 is still my favorite Mario Brothers game, but this is a very close second. This introduced so much stuff. Yoshi being the biggest one. The ability to save your game. Oh, and the step up in graphics. I can't describe to you going from, you know, Super Mario Brothers to Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3 to this. All of the bright, vibrant colors. Just, it was so amazing. All of the hidden secrets that are in it. All of the superpowers. Now, not as many powers, I think, as Super Mario Brothers 3. Maybe not as many secrets as Super Mario Brothers 3. I'm not sure, but this one definitely felt like there were fewer powers and fewer secrets when I played it. Still, it was so much into the game. Oh yeah, you got the map here. You got the crashed Doom ship. That was a cool callback to Super Mario Brothers 3 to have the ghost crashed Doom ship. Yeah, this game was so awesome. Some people call this the greatest video game ever made. I don't go that far. I will show you one of the games that I think is one of the greatest video games ever made, if not the greatest video game ever made. But this is definitely up there. This is such an awesome game, and it is definitely worth playing. Next up, I have X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. This is one that I got for Christmas one year. my dad and stuff really knew that I loved the X-Men cartoon show, and to get this game was awesome. God, I wish I had the box for this, but it's disappeared over the years. I'm glad I still have the manual here. It is an awesome, awesome game. It is sort of a 2D beat 'em up game. One player, you run around and complete missions. You've got Cyclops, you've got Wolverine, you've got Psylocke, you've got Beast, you've got Gambit, and they all play a little differently. And yeah, this game was super awesome. What can I say? If you get the opportunity to play this game, get it and play it. It is an awesome X-Men game, and I am glad I have it. And I put dozens and dozens and dozens of hours into it and got to where I could beat it pretty regularly. Next up, I have Turtles in Time. This is a game I kind of wanted as a kid and never got. I picked this up much, much later. I want to say I was in my early to mid 20s when I got a copy of this. Yeah, it's, what can I, yep, there we go. $9.57, probably from the record shop in Roanoke, Virginia. Yeah, I'm glad I got this as it is for $10. It is one of the best beat 'em up games of all time, and one of the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games of all time. I was a Turtles fan as a kid, fell out of it. Doesn't, you know, I don't go back to it like I do G.I. Joe, but this game I play a lot. It's fun just to pick up and play. A little bit of a downgrade in a way from the arcade game, because, you know, the arcade game was 4-player and this is 2. This has a few things in it that the arcade game didn't, and this is one of the games that translated almost 1-for-1 over to a home system, and it was awesome. It is colorful. It is a beautiful game. It is tons of fun. The turtles all play a little bit differently. Yeah, I can't sing the praises of this game enough. Like I said, it is a great beat 'em up game, and if you have the opportunity, get a copy of it and play it. Get a copy of it, play it, play it, play it. It is a cool, cool game. Next up, I have Saturday Night Slam Masters. This is another one that I picked up later. I did not have this as a kid. Adventure World Video. Vinton, Virginia. Wow, okay. I don't remember where I got this, but I did pick it up. I went to a friend's house one time, and me and some friends had kind of a sleepover, and his dad went to the video store, and we got to pick up, I think, 2 games, 3 games, something like that, because there were several of us kids there. And this is one of the games we picked up, and this is a game that we played a lot that night, passing the controller around. Awesome, awesome fighting game. Again, AVGN hits this out of the park. Why couldn't the WWF, WCW games go to Capcom and them do something like this? This is just an awesome, awesome game. There's all kinds of throws and special moves you can do in it. It has Mike Hagar. It is just, it is an awesome game, and I'm glad I have it. Blackthorn. This is a cool game. I picked this up later. A friend of mine had this, and I got to borrow it, and I got addicted to it. This is a 2D shooting game where you're walking around with your shotgun, but it's not like Contra. It is very slow paced. It's about hiding in cover, and it's at the beginning, it's much more of a puzzle game. You're trying to get out of the dungeon, and it's less about fighting enemies and more about using your resources strategically and finding the way out of the dungeon and finding everything you need to get out of the dungeon. Basically, the story is humanity has been enslaved by orcs, and the orcs have guns, and you're like a biker dude that gets sent there, and you have to free the humans. I did beat this game, and it is a hard son of a bitch. It is a game where you have to go around, find everything, and the bad guys are always sort of dangerous. Towards the end, they kind of get easier, but they can kill you if you are not careful. Especially at the beginning, they're very hard, but even at the end, a regular guy can kill you, and you can lose the game if you get too arrogant. So yeah, pick up this game. It's on, I think, everything at this point. And yeah, it is a hidden gem of the Super Nintendo. It is a great game. Next up, I have Super Empire Strikes Back. It is one of the Super Star Wars games. Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, Super Return of the Jedi. I've played all of them. I've beaten all of them, but this is the first one that I ever had, and the only one I had as a kid. As a kid, I was allowed rentals from time to time, and I did rent the other Super Star Wars games, but this is the one that my dad bought me, and I put hours and hours and hours into this game. I got to where I could beat it on a somewhat regular basis. This was a hard game for me. There are so many ways that you can die in this game. But it is a fun game. If you get the chance, pick up this game. Pick up all the Super Star Wars games. I kind of wish I had them all. At one day, maybe I'll pick them up. But yeah, this is the one I had as a kid, and it is an awesome game. Next up, I have Super Conflict. This game, okay, there's a story behind this game. I picked up this game as, I think, a teenager. This game I bought 100% because Original Conflict for NES my cousin had, and it was an awesome game. It still is. We played Conflict for hours and hours and hours against each other, against the computer. It was super awesome. Super Conflict is not a worthy successor. Don't get me wrong, for its time, it is still a good strategy game, but it just didn't live up to the hype of Original Conflict. If you get the chance and you get the chance to play them, play Original Conflict. If you get the chance to play this one, then play this one. It is still a perfectly good game. It is still fun to put in and play, but it just, I don't know, its controls aren't as good. It has more units, and it has naval units, which is cool. But it's just not, I can't really even put my finger on it. I guess it's because the menus are different and stuff, and it's not as balanced, I think. I don't know. I just didn't have as much fun with this one as I did the Original Conflict. It is still worth playing, though. Next up, I have Super Mario All-Stars. As you can see, I picked this up later. This is definitely from the record shop, 20 bucks. I got this in my early 20s because I wanted this game, but I never got it because I already had these games, well, all but the Lost levels, but I already had Mario 1, 2, and 3, so it wasn't huge on my priority list, but I picked it up mostly to play the upgraded version of Mario 3. What can I say? Mario All-Stars, Super Mario Bros. 3 on All-Stars is the ultimate Mario Brothers game. If you get the chance, pick it up. I don't know what else to say. The only better version of this game is the Super Mario World and All-Stars, where it has Mario Brothers 4 on there too. There might be one that has another game, I don't remember, but Mario All-Stars, all the original Mario Brothers games are cool, and getting a cool graphic update for them makes them even better. Pick up this game if you can. It is cool. Probably will run you more than $20 these days, but you know, this is a cool game. Next up, I'm going to show my nerdiness here. I have Star Trek: The Next Generation for Super Nintendo. If one Star Trek game for Super Nintendo wasn't enough, two of them certainly earns me my Uber Nerd card. I got this for Christmas one year, and it is a fun game. It actually reminds me of like watching episodes of the show. There's a lot in here. I don't have the box or instruction manual anymore, which makes me sad, but I do have this. This is the poster that it came with. And on one side, Star Trek: The Next Generation, Futures Past. And on the back, we have a cross cell here. Soldiers of Fortune, never had that. Yoshi's Cookie, which is an awesome puzzle game. If you get the chance, play that. And Tetris World, which I never had and never played. So, yep, there's the poster that it came with. About the game, it is a cool game. I don't think it's quite as cool as Starfleet Academy, but it is definitely more... There's more variety to it. You play through different missions, you beam down and control different members of the away team. They have different missions that they do where it's a lot of puzzle solving. There is some fighting in the away team where you'll run around with your phaser and shoot Romulans or whatever, but a lot more of it is getting keys or different items and taking it from one place to another, or figuring out different doors or whatnot. And the really cool part of the game is, of course, the space combat, flying around as the Enterprise D, fighting Romulans and whatnot. Yeah, and each mission is kind of structured like an episode. You'll get a captain's log, you'll talk to some of your people, you'll go somewhere, you'll beam down or fight something, some stuff will happen, there'll be some story missions and stuff. And yeah, I played all the way through this game. It is a cool game. If you're a Star Trek fan, or if you're a fan of like puzzle kind of running around games, give it a try, but it is definitely worth picking up. Next up, we have Final Fantasy III. This is still my favorite Final Fantasy game ever. Terra, Loki, the brothers, Edgar, Cyban, just this game was amazing. I played this as a teenager. I picked it up later. What can I say? This is just such an awesome game. Play it as Final Fantasy III, play it as Final Fantasy VI, play it any way you can play it, just play it. I don't want to spoil anything, but the opening to it, everything about this game is amazing. Play this game. Next up, I have Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. Again, another legendary RPG for the Super Nintendo. One of the reasons I would say that the Super Nintendo would be one of, if not my greatest game system of all time, certainly number 2, maybe even number 1, are the RPGs. There are so many legendary RPGs. You've got 2 Final Fantasies, you have Chrono Trigger, you have Mario RPG, you have Secret of Mana. Just this, there's so many of them. I can't even think of all. I'm blanking on it. There are so many great RPGs, and this is one of them. To run around and play as the Marios in a game, to have some nuance, to play as Bowser. I mean, spoiler alert, you get to play as Bowser. This game was just so awesome. And it is just a fun game to play. It is the first game that I remember having that there was more to it than just attack, where you can hit the button at the right time to get extra attack or extra defense. this game is just so awesome. If you get the chance, play this game. It is on a whole lot of stuff at this point. There's the Super Nintendo version. There's the new version of it that was released for Switch that adds stuff to it. It's on the SNES Mini. I'm sure it's on the shop, the virtual shop. If you get the chance, play this game. I can't sing its praises enough. It's not my favorite RPG of all time. That probably still goes to Final Fantasy 3 or 6, however you want to put it, or Chrono Trigger, but this is definitely up there. This is up there with Chrono Trigger. It is a fun game. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. It's a good game to kind of start a kid with, to get them into RPGs, because it has the Mario characters and stuff. Oh, it is such an awesome game. I am so glad I have this. You know, I bought it years later. I bought this. I still remember when I got this, okay? I have managed to, I think, rent or borrow this and play it as a kid. I don't remember if I beat it then or not, maybe. But I remember it was when me and my ex were together. We were celebrating our anniversary, and we went to the record shop, and she said to buy something that I wanted for me. She kind of gave me permission to buy something for our anniversary, something she could enjoy too. She was an RPG fan, but you know, she wanted me to buy this partially, yeah, because she wanted to play it, but partially because she knew I wanted this game as a kid and didn't get it. And it was a little bit of expensive, not as expensive as it is now, but it was a little expensive for the time. We were broke, but I remember it so much because she said, go on and buy that for both of us for our anniversary. So yeah, I'm glad to have this. This is an awesome game. Next up, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. This game is on my short list. Probably, it's so hard to say, but this is definitely near the top of the games, of the greatest games of all time. If I had to pick one, this would definitely be in the contestant for #1 spot. Up there with Final Fantasy 3, up there with Super Mario Brothers 3, up there with the original The Last of Us. This is a piece of art. It still remains my favorite Legend of Zelda game of all time. That it definitely has, with #2 being Ocarina of Time. But this, in my opinion, squeaks out Ocarina of Time. I know that's blasphemy for some, but it is definitely my favorite Legend of Zelda game, and up there in contestant for the greatest game of all time. If you ever get the chance to play this game, play this game. It is such a good game. There's so much to it. You can play this game over and over. It is just fun. It won't hold you for as many hours as something like Final Fantasy 3. It doesn't hit emotionally like The Last of Us, but it is a great game. There's so much in it. It has a story that as a kid, you know, was a little more adult than Mario Brothers and stuff. Yeah, play A Link to the Past, man. Play A Link to the Past. Finally, I have Final Fight. This game, I am a huge beat 'em up fan, and I loved this game in the arcade. The funny story about buying this game, this was the first game I ever bought with my own money. I mowed yards, I did chores, I went around the town, I saved up Christmas and birthday money. I did anything I could to make a few cents, and I bought this game. I still remember it It was at a Walmart, a regular Walmart before there were super Walmarts. I went up, I counted out my $1 bills and my change and my $5 and whatever I could save up, and I bought this game and I took it home and I was so excited to play it, and it wasn't as good as the arcade. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting the whole arcade experience, and it wasn't. But you know what? I still played this game for hours and hours and hours. I got to the point where I could beat it somewhat regularly. It is still a hard game. Look at the cross-sell there. Still cross-selling NES games. And Game Boy games. There you go. This is how early. This is one of the early games for the system. But yeah, I bought this. I don't know whatever happened to the box. I wish I still had the box. But it was a great game. If you get the opportunity, it's available everywhere. Play the arcade game, get the full experience. But yeah, this is an awesome game. Now I'm gonna say something. The jewel of my SNES collection, you know, for me personally, is probably A Link to the Past and Final Fantasy III. But if you're going to go by sheer value, Final Fight Guy. As you can see, mine has seen better days. This was a Blockbuster Video exclusive. I did not get this at Blockbuster Video. Ours didn't have Final Fight Guy. If I could have, I would have. But this just swapped out Cody for Guy. It didn't add in the last level or anything. It made a few other little changes, but nothing to write home about. But, you know, this game, as you can see, picked up from the record shop here for $10. Very happy that I paid that amount for it, because this is an expensive ass game now and would be even more expensive if I had the box and manual and everything, if I did manage to pick it up at Blockbuster. It's an okay game. What can I say? If you like Final Fight, you'll like Final Fight Guy. Together, they're not even the entire package. Play the arcade game, get the arcade game. It's been released everywhere at this point. Final Fight is one of those games I have a gazillion copies of. I have Final Fight. I have Final Fight Guy. I have the PlayStation Capcom Classics with Final Fight on it. I have the Capcom stand-up arcade one-up game in storage somewhere. Actually, it's at my cousin's house. I let him borrow it so his kids could play it. That's right. The other two arcade games are in storage. But yeah, if you get the chance, play this game. Just don't buy this one. Oh my God, it's expensive. I've thought about selling this a few times, but if I sold it, I would never own it again. So I still might one of these days, but for right now, it's going to stay in the collection. Well, guys, let me know below. Do you agree that the Super Nintendo is one of the greatest game systems ever made? Do you rank it as number 1? Do you rank it as number 2? What do you think? Did you have any of these games as a kid? Are you lucky enough to have Final Fight Guy with everything that comes with it? If so, oh my God, good job. Do you agree with me that Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past is the greatest Legend of Zelda game? What do you think below? Leave your stories. Do you have any personal stories? And as always, I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.
Hello, this is Adam with Dream Made Productions. Thank you for watching my content. It really means a lot that you have given me the chance to entertain you. If you would like to support the channel, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below. Also below is a link for PayPal, or links if you would like to send crypto, if that's more your thing. Please know any amount that you give will be cherished and used to upgrade equipment and improve the channel. You can also help the channel by subscribing, turning on notifications, liking, commenting, and sharing my channel with anyone you think might be interested. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.